This was sent to me 2 or 3 months ago by about 2 months ago by Jeff Ray, who is a frequent contributor to this program. Look him up on Facebook.
Yeah, he's great.
Jeff RAE, if you want to look him up, Tampa-based comedian, brilliant guy. And he's one of the guys, like, Royce is not a big 4chan guy.
No.
He likes, he does his legitimate research, and he looks on real news sources. Jeff and I like to hang out on Poll. I'll put it out there.
That's by the way, that's why our show works
the way it is.
The way it is and why it works. Because you have two people looking for news in two completely different places. Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny? Is sometimes we come to the same conclusion.
More often than not.
Like the Vegas shooting. The truth is, Mike was in the fucking deep, dark part of the internet.
I was on a Tor browser reading about the Vegas shooting.
And I was in like the, conservative sides, liberal, but legit ones.
Oh, look at me. I'm on Fox News on Google Chrome. My fucking broadcast partner's over there on the Onion browser. So on the Daily Stormer going, well, what does England have to say about the Vegas shooting?
So we went ahead and we did our research, and we still came to the same conclusion. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, and this was one of the ones that, getting back to the source of this, we're going to talk about Liev Shreiber and his weird relationship with his children. Which
now,
Liev
Shreiber played
Ray Donovan.
Yes,
on Showtime,
and he was also.
Did I just promote that creep's fucking show?
And he was also on in Suicide Squad. Someone has to watch it. He was also in Suicide Squad.
He was also Sabretooth.
In
the X-Men, and he was also
one,
in that horrendous Manchurian Candidate remake.
I didn't see that
with Denzel.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Where I assume at some point he went, my man. But he this got sent to me by Jeff Ray. So to give you some background, he sent this to me a while back, and then I immediately got down a fucking rabbit hole with this guy. And they've since taken the 4chan poll thread down, which it's rare. They don't ever take those down. They took it down because it started getting particularly nasty. But, Liev Shreiber has a very odd relationship with his kids. And I didn't want to get into this, but we're on the topic lately of Hollywood and the left and their absolute Marxist degeneracy. And this seemed valid. And again, we're not going to accuse anybody of anything, but we do want to highlight what I feel is this normalization in Hollywood of sex assault, pedophilia, suck a dick and you get to be in a movie. There's just this complete breakdown of traditionalism. And Jeff sent this to me, and he was way about it. I waited a long time, but, dude, the more I read about this, it just bugs me. So that brings us to today. I brought it up to Royce. I'm like, you want to finally dive into old Liev Shreiber? And he was like,
we've talked about it off a bit, too. So do you want to explain the pictures that we have up here?
Sure. So Liev Shreiber has two children, two sons. Mm-hmm. And he has what appears to be an extremely inappropriate relationship with them. So 4chan, Poll, they ended up starting to dig up info and pictures. And these weaponized autists, they spend hours just pouring through things and piecing together a narrative. They're doing a better job creating narratives than our government is in Vegas.
Manny Ott says, "Oh, Liev, hold her tighter. She's a fighter, Shreiber." That fucking guy. I did not know his middle name.
That came from our buddy Manuel in the chat, who was a pal of mine, a European, a non-cucked European friend of ours. And I'm sure a guy who has, without getting too specific, is Manuel's probably read that original thread that I read. Let's just put it that way.
Can I tell you it's weird to me how many people in Europe and the UK and stuff listen to us?
Yeah, we're starting to.
It's kind of odd.
We're starting to expand. Well, I think they're starting to
wake up.
Yeah, they fucking have it, man. So we stand with our uncucked European brethren.
And uncut, too.
Well, that goes without saying.
So, by the way, join the club. Still Cuban. So, Liev Shreiber.
By the way, lower left-hand corner, that is his son.
Dressed like Harley Quinn. You know what bothers me? It's not even that he's dressed like a woman, but come on, man. Don't be the hack Harley Quinn Halloween costume. Seriously.
It doesn't even bug me. Well, it does bug me with the children and pushing this LGBT trans narrative on them when there still should be fucking watching stupid show, like when I was this age, I was just watching the X-Men cartoon and I was like, but what really bugs me about this, it's not the costume itself, or if the kid is identifying a certain way or whatever, it's the sluttiness of the costume. You know what I mean? Like there's like that's a really slutted up 9-year-old. It's
So like if the 9-year-old was dressed like a nun, for example, you'd be fine.
Yeah, or like even a less gross Harley Quinn.
Right, like a Batman the Animated Series Harley Quinn.
Yeah, like
full costume.
Like this kid is dressed up like I've seen girls dress up on Halloween when they know they're gonna get their face fucked later,
right?
By probably more than one dude.
So yeah, he's wearing like the little Daisy Dukes with the ripped pantyhose. The bad girl or whatever the shirt says, Daddy's girl, whatever the shirt says.
Little monster. How do you not remember that? It was like literally.
I wiped out that movie from my mind. That was one of off politics for one quick second. That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I saw Batman versus Superman. That was a terrible movie. Suicide Squad is horrendous.
Yeah, it set the bar pretty low. Or pretty high as far as terrible movies
Up
go.
or down, yeah. CGI was It looked like they were fighting the putties from Power Ranger.
Yeah, it's I would say the only movie that Suicide Squad isn't worse than is Phantom Menace. I think Phantom Menace still sits comfortably at the top.
Yeah, agreed.
And then Suicide Squad's a top 3 contender.
It's up there.
It's that bad.
It's up there.
But yeah.
Okay, so that was the bottom left corner. Right on top of that, you have him walking his son dressed like Harley Quinn, I believe, to a comic convention. Is that where they were going?
It was some kind of Comic-Con, I believe.
Yeah. Then the frame over.
The third one is him making out with his son.
Kissing his son on the mouth.
Come on, man.
That's kind of making out.
Can we do it ESPN style? Come on, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
You're fired. I thought we were doing realistic ESPN.
Oh, realistic ESPN.
We were doing
we want to do realistic ESPN?
Yeah.
Man, why is Trump so crazy? Am I right? We need to open up our borders for all these Syrians. Am I right?
24 hours later, I'm sorry I said that about Trump yesterday.
I want to apologize on behalf of all my my colleagues at the announce desk. Players from my former team, and just all the coaches and owners. I disrespected them, and it will not happen again.
They still talk that. They still talk like they just the end of a game, even when they're on ESPN now. It's the same. If they're
just gonna give 100%,
okay,
and it's gonna be the whole team. Really, just step up. We really need to, rely on our offense today, and just get the job done. Just every, inch by inch, just get the ball in it. You know what I mean?
So Venti or Grande?
Just 100%. Make sure you fill it. Don't fill it 100% because I like to put a little cream in it, and just come together as a team back there. Make sure you add extra cinnamon, and let's just get it done.
Okay, yeah, he definitely has CTE.
That they really do answer every question like they have horrible CTA.
It's like, all right, they all have
maybe
CTE.
That's why their questions are so bad because they're just their ears are bleeding and ringing, and they're like, I just 100% team. Coaches and the staff and the trainers, and can I go lay down?
Lay down.
Can we do this later?
I have a headache.
Can we I'll tell you what, let's pull a Jesus Campos. Can we get a rain check on this interview?
Oh, all right. So
Liev Shreiber.
So Liev Shreiber at the top, he's making out with this kid, like you say. Then you move over to the right, and this one I think is just kid being kid.
This is the one that bothers me the most.
Okay, we want to explain what the kid's doing.
For those of you that are listening on RSS, iTunes, of course, you could rate us if you're audio only. We're going to describe this for you, but make sure you rate us and subscribe on our RSS feed. For the audio only folks, this other photograph seems to depict Mr. Shreiber out with his 2 children, his 2 sons, both of which are on little razor scooters. One of the kids is just riding the scooter normal, and the other son, I'm going to assume the Harley Quinn son, has his mouth on the handle of the scooter.
Like he
could be filleting the scooter.
There you go. That's a good way to say it.
Now, Royce sees this, and Royce isn't the only one. A lot of people I talk to are like, that's just kids being kids. Yeah, a toddler puts his mouth on everything.
How old's the kid?
This kid is not a toddler.
No, you're right. He's at least.
He's like 8, 9.
Hey, can somebody in the chat tell me how old this fucking kid is, please?
Yeah, somebody give me the fucking Liev Shreiber's kids. Come on, we got enough listeners now.
Thank you.
Let's do some work for us. He's at least 7.
Old enough to know better.
Old enough that you don't just stick random shit in your mouth at that age. He is sucking on one of the handles of the Razor scooter, like the Razor scooter is Harvey Weinstein, and he wants to win an Oscar.
Yeah, no,
allegedly.
seriously.
He is going to town on that thing like Emma Stone on Harvey Weinstein's knob. And a lot of people have seen that picture and they go, well, that's not a big deal. Kids do weird shit, do they? Because as a survivor of sexual abuse as a child, and as somebody who knows many other people...
Hand me the victim card. You get one more of this show.
Fuck,
Thank you.
I'm down to like 2 or 3. Right. Hang on, guys. I really am going to give them... We have victim cards on this show.
Thank you.
There you go. Sorry.
Appreciate it.
Cashing in one of my victim cards right now.
That's one. Appreciate it.
So this is problematic.
Okay.
Do I have to give you another one?
No, that's no.
But no, as a genuine, I'm not kidding, as a victim multiple times as a kid of sexual violence by multiple people, and working in the strip club business, I have bonded with and met many women who they themselves have been the victim of sexual violence as a child. Manuel in the chat, the kid is 8, so we're pretty dead on.
Thank you.
I can tell you from experience, and I can also tell you from the experiences of others, firsthand accounts that they've told me.
Okay, I'm getting somebody else sending me a message who's listening on Facebook saying, my kid is 9 and I can't keep anything out of her mouth. So apparently maybe some kids do put stuff in their mouths.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just saying that's from another parent. So let's be fair. Okay.
So that's the other side of it. Okay, maybe it is normal for an 8-year-old to put things in their mouth. I don't see that as much in kids, and it is a known fact. And again, I'm not saying that this is happening in this particular case, but it is a known fact that when children do things like this, it can be construed as acting out sexually. When you're that age and you're acting out sexually or doing weird things, it's generally a reflection that you yourself are being abused on some level, or not necessarily directly abused, but that you may be being raised in a home where there are some major boundary issues.
Or maybe some kids just push it in their mouth.
Trust me, I was on the full-blown autism thread that has since been taken down from Paul. I believe because they started doxing Liev Shreiber. That's the one thing about 4chan. Everything ends in doxing. So you got to be careful with those people. But yeah, this, in my opinion, could be viewed as the child acting out something that they've done before. And it's that, to me, there's, all right, I'm going to stick marbles in my mouth, or I remember when I was like 5 years old, I stuck a bluestone from the driveway in my ear, and like it took my mom like 3 hours of surgery with tweezers to get it out. Kids do weird shit, but generally when kids do shit like this, they're acting out something sexual, and they don't just learn that. You don't know that. It's not inherent in your DNA.
I guess I'm reading some stuff. Yeah, it says kids even at 9 years old can have oral fixations on things. It's just weird that he's deep throating a Razor scooter.
And that was my point. This kid is not chewing on the handle of a scooter. He's going to town on that thing. He's
pretty deep.
He's given it a pretty good, thorough, mouth job.
That's like Jenna Jameson late 90s. To use a fucking good comparison.
Yeah, it's very good. Or like anybody who's ever worked for Miramax Films in the last 10 years.
Now, what about the one underneath it? What is she? One of them's dressed like a bride, a bloody bride. Is that what I'm seeing?
Some kind of weird
zombie bride.
And the
that doesn't bother me. It's a full dress. It's zombie bride. Whatever.
Yeah, but why is this other kid wearing like Masonic fucking robes, like he's going to fucking Bohemian Grove?
You sure he's not being a Jedi?
Maybe. I don't know.
That might be Jedi.
Look, all right, fine. We got one harmless picture, perhaps. And again, this was like a sample.
No. Again. I'm not. Again, listen. I'm with you on 60% of them.
And go to read his Twitter profile description.
Sorry, it's hard for me to read from. Hirsute actor, type best known for his Slavic fat pads and shockingly attractive children.
Is that am I misconstruing that?
Beautiful children make more sense.
Thank you, because you made my point before I even made it. That's what I was going to say.
Beautiful children, again, attractive implies attracted. When you say you're attracted to physically do something with them, I am turned on. Like you say, a woman is attractive or a man is attractive.
Didn't the left beat the shit out of Trump for calling his daughter attractive?
Yes, and she was an adult.
His grown daughter.
Yeah.
And he didn't even say, like, yeah, it was a little weird. It was definitely a gaffe that Trump made.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like, how hot's my daughter? What a fucking piece. She's the greatest piece of ass in the history of the piece of asses. He just said he had a hot daughter. This is attractive. It's like a Freudian slip to me. I can't get over that. Like you just said, and that's what I wanted to get to. Beautiful children. Wonderful children. Shockingly wonderful children. Oh my God, my children are the most beautiful things. Could you imagine with my ugly mug? Attractive is weird to me. Could it be a gaffe? Could it be a slip? Yeah, it could be.
No, he
but
typed it though.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I've written and said things before that just kind of, like, where I had to go back and go, change that word to that word, because that didn't sound right. This is still his Twitter profile, if I recall
attractive correctly. Of a person. This is from the dictionary. This is from Google. Of a person. Appealing to look at, sexually alluring. Attractive literally means sexually alluring.
It's okay. Now,
synonyms for attractive.
If you told me, right, if you told me that a friend of mine, or like, not even a friend of mine, somebody I don't know, some other hot, pick some actor I like, Chris Evans. Let's say Chris Evans has a Twitter profile, and Chris Evans says, father of shockingly attractive children. On its surface alone right there, I'd go, right. Maybe somebody maybe at Chris Evans and say, maybe you fucking change the word.
Maybe you mean beautiful, dude?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It wouldn't weird me out.
Right.
But when you put it in context with these photographs, with a photograph that I would say has a good chance of a child acting out sexually, I can't say that for sure, but it looks that way. What looks like he's fucking tongue kissing his kid, which is probably, no, he's not tongue kissing him.
Yeah.
But that's a weird kiss. Add that to the Harley Quinn thing. And then add that to maybe a little video that I submitted to the program earlier today. It might make this whole thing seem just a little fucking
what video?
Weirder. I sent you a YouTube link earlier.
Yeah,
and it's to set it up, it's Liev Shreiber is on the Ellen Show.
Got it.
They're talking about his relationship with his kid and how they, you know, whenever they goof around the house. And again, before we hit play here, I want to say this. If Liev Shreiber is not, and we're not saying he's doing anything to his kids, but let's say he's a totally innocent guy and he's fine, whatever. Hollywood still has a huge issue with its idea of what family is and their lack of boundary issues and their hypersexualized weird relationship with children. They normalize pedophilia and they sexualize and groom children on a regular basis. Their own actors have grown up and told stories about this. But anyway, Ellen, Liev Shreiber, talking about their giving his kid a bath.
Long time.
No, I haven't.
Like for
12 years.
12 years. You were here on our first season, and then I must have done something to you. What happened?
You know, it's all the dancing. It's nerve-wracking.
It scares you?
I have a recurring nightmare.
Did you feel
that.
like do you feel pressure that you had to dance or something?
I wanted to be able to, but then as I stepped out, I froze.
Yeah. So. You don't have to. When's the last time you danced?
I dance a lot. I just don't often dance in front of a lot of people.
Yeah. These people don't have any fear of dancing in front of other people.
I was very impressed.
Yeah, they come right out. I know, I'm always impressed by that.
It's really incredible.
I know. I look at this before the show starts, and I'm like, they're just right down here, and usually they turn around and show the other side to everybody, and they're never shy about it at all.
I figured you were paying them or something. But
no.
They just do it.
We don't. We do not pay them.
No.
Do we pay them? We're losing money if we pay them. You've been very kind, though. Every time Andy or anybody we send to the red carpet, you always stop, you always talk to us, and you're...
I feel like I've been sort of a correspondent for you, kind of a man on the street.
That is sort of correct, because...
It just seems like he's not all there.
Yeah, but a lot of actors are kind of fucking weird, too, like that.
Yeah, they're weirdos, but I mean, it's just very like, yeah, how are you? That's cool. But I guess it's a little bit later in the video. But he discusses...
I'll pull it up.
Okay, yeah.
Just tell me.
He discusses...
I think it's right around here.
Yeah, right around.
Salsa 901. It's delicious tequila.
Okay.
There you go.
They're cheering because he drinks alcohol, by the way, you dumbasses.
I'm good.
Something else, by the way, I don't hate Ellen. I like Ellen. She doesn't bother me. She's not
right. She's just too.
No. I get it, but I mean,
too preachy.
compared to The View.
Yeah. No, I don't. I definitely don't want to fucking knock Ellen's teeth
Oh, I'm not
out.
saying that I like Ellen her show. I'm sorry. I like Ellen the person.
No, I knew what you were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand clarifying it for
Yeah.
the listeners. Yeah, I don't hate Ellen, but she's definitely too preachy and a bit. She's been pushing that fucking. She was one of the pioneers in pushing that LGBT agenda every goddamn day.
Yeah, you're right, but she wasn't going out there, fucking sucking a dick in front of a kid. She was wearing a pantsuit, so that's not, you know what I mean? That's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you're like, hey, whatever, She was doing more she wasn't Paula Poundstoning it, Look it up if you don't know what it is.
Hey, check out my shoulder pads.
Come into my room, little kids. Allegedly. Here you go.
Testing you. All right, there's water right there if you want that.
No, I'm sure that's water.
Yeah, no, that's what we should have done.
I get the gag. You
we
make
should-
him think the thing and then have some water. Okay. I'm not falling.
We should have thought of that.
That's what the guy in the red carpet did.
Yeah.
It's like, this one's water. And no, it wasn't.
Oh,
Is he retarded?
you had to guess which was water and which was
They
tequila.
were all tequila.
Yes,
there wasn't
they were.
a single water shot
Well,
on that
that's,
tray.
that's possible. That's
I'm
possible.
glad I tried 6 different ones.
I saw your house in Architectural Digest,
Oh, yeah.
which is fantastic. You have great taste. But you
Thank
live
you for your
in.
beautiful book.
Oh, you.
Gorgeous.
So you and Naomi and the 2 kids live
There
in
you
New
go.
York,
Yes.
but you shoot here.
Yeah, it's tough. This is the first time we did that. The kids are at that age where you kind of want them to have a continuity with friends and
And also, so you could touch him awkwardly in public. You got to do that, too. It's really important that you
it's
touch
like-
her awkwardly in public.
It's tough living on different coasts because then you can't make out as much, and you know how that goes when you can't make out with your kids. It just
Yeah.
leaves a hole in your heart.
And in your pants,
You can't watch your son suck off a handle of a scooter.
It's weird, I mean, monkey see, monkey do. You know what they say? Monkey see, monkey do. Let's play more.
school. And
Right.
So,
So they're there and you're here. How often do you get back to see them?
not enough.
Yeah, that must be really tough.
It's awful.
But can't they have the continuity here? Why don't you? I know you love New York, but
Well,
why don't you
because
move
we
here?
like the school that they're in
Oh.
New York, and they have friends there.
And New York's age of consent is a lot lower.
And I don't want to pay off 2 cops in 2 different cities. It's a lot
I'm
of money.
friends with the SVU department here. They actually saw me do an actual episode of SVU, and the police go, "Hey, you're great," because I, was studying the part, and I'm kind of cool with them. And my teachers, teachers that kind of, "Hey, I don't see nothing. You're a big star." So, what was the question, Ellen?
Yeah, I just blend in with the other actors in LA. They're more likely to tell on me.
What was the question? I forgot, Ellen. What were you saying?
And then they're just at that age now where I think that they should be, you got to put them first at a certain point, and the back and forth I think can get tough. So
Yeah.
we're trying it.
Yeah.
It's hard on.
And it's not that the video's low. He speaks really low.
me most. I think.
Yeah.
right
Oh, I'm
now,
sure.
but,
And then when you go see them, they grow up so
I like
fast.
I try to FaceTime with them, but they're just bored all the everything. It's like,
You know how hard it is to cyber. It's really hard.
I mean, you know how hard it is to get a kid turned on. It's like you got to
weird.
work really hard, and it's more work, because
Ellen, you look like Paula Poundstone, so you know what it's like when you want to get a kid to put a dress on.
I mean, you get it, right? You're a Hollywood lesbo degenerate, so
you
know what it's like.
you tell your kid, you wear that tutu or you're not going to get dessert. It's like, I'm letting him express himself by making him wear women's clothing.
And again, we're not,
We don't
know.
That's not him talking. That's us.
We're just presenting information.
This is our character, Liev Shreiber.
Yeah, he's
So
different.
he's not this guy. All right, cool. Just we're clear.
horrible feeling. I get I work a 16-hour day, and I have like 20 minutes to talk to my kids, and they're just like, "Hey, Dad."
Wow. Are you boring, or do you think that what?
Jesus, I think that was a shot, by the way. Thank you, Ellen. Are you boring? Because you seem really fucking boring.
You're killing my show right now.
Yeah. Holy fuck! I had a dog on here earlier. The ratings have plummeted. Since
You know how much I have to dance at the end to make up for this?
My fucking hips are hurting. I'm an older lady now.
I take my Boniva.
Do you think you could? What if you danced for them?
I do dance for them. I do. They love to dance. Yeah.
What? You have a what? What
We
do
had
you
the-
have? Tell me.
Oh, but when I take shots in the morning, I have a problem and I need to get help.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking double standard.
Sure, I'm drinking it straight out of the bottle and I'm screaming racial epitaphs out front.
Hey,
That's not the point.
You know what the difference is? When Mersh takes a shot like that at fucking 10 in the morning, he doesn't have 2 kids at home.
That I'm molesting.
Allegedly, we don't know. We're not talking about him again. We're talking about...
I was saying that I don't have 2 kids that I'm molesting.
Thank you.
That's all I was saying.
Good. Let's hear about his dance. It's the Willy dance?
Yeah, it's called the Willy dance.
So my sons and I have a thing that we do where we bathe, and then we do the Willy dance.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Yay. What, you're going to... No?
Did he say we bathe?
Yeah, you know, or like bros. Like, you know how you just bathe. Remember how, like, you and your dad when you were 9?
No,
you
not when I
guys
was
used to
9.
bathe?
Not when I was 9.
You don't remember doing that with your dad?
Not when I was 9 years old. No.
That's not normal? Because, like, when I was growing up, a lot of my mom's boyfriends would just bathe with me, and I thought that was just... That's not true. I'm not going to make my mom sound like a monster. I already said that I was molested, and people are going to connect dots and think my mom didn't date when I was a kid. So it's not my wife. I'm not going to put that out. Now I just realized people are going to connect dots and go, what a horrible woman. Oh, my mother was a saint on earth. But yeah, your dad didn't shower with you and the boy, you and Ryan?
No,
you
Dan Bongino.
You and Rilo, Thala, ding dong, didn't fucking hop in a bath with your old pops?
All right, let's hear.
Sons and I have a thing that we do where we bathe, and then we do the Willy dance.
Why are they cheering?
Because she's pouring another shot, I guess?
Why are they laughing?
That's fair.
I've said it. I don't need any
Just
more.
in case.
Why are we normalizing this?
So, a little more?
No, that was for me. Because
Take the full shot, pussy.
By the way, for the record, by doing that joke right there, Ellen is acknowledging, like, okay, this is fucking weird, even for Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
That's why you call it Holly weird. From the first, I get it now.
Don't.
What?
Don't. I will dissolve this partnership right now.
All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. now, hold on. Now I have to give him a bad joke card. I have here.
Yeah, he's got it. Now I got my card back. Hey, cool.
You got lucky.
I'm gonna cash this in later and buy a scooter so I can suck it off. Suck it like
and the card comes right back. All right, let's go.
so it's what it sounds like.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Is it a way to dry
There
off?
are other words for it, but that's pretty.
Child molestation, child endangerment, rape. Those are the words I would use. I'm not saying that's right.
I don't even.
But he's the kid's 9. The kid's 9, dude.
8.
Dude, 8. Sorry, 8. Oh, then it's fine. Sorry, didn't realize he was 8.
Just want to be, be accurate in our reporting here. No fucking cease and desist from old Liev Shreiber.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Ray Donovan on Showtime. I fuck my kids.
Allegedly, we don't know.
Yeah, why didn't you fucking?
Oh no,
Hey.
this is we're talking about Barry Criver again.
Hey, shit, Dick. Why don't you fucking audition for Shameless? It sounds like you'd fit in right in that show.
Oh my god,
You
that's
bag of
weird.
shite.
No, seriously, that's fucking weird,
The
right?
Willy dance it's not weird. Well, you know what it is? Because you're Cuban. You guys weren't circumcised. It's circumcised people. We do the Willy dance with grown men when we're 8.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, sometimes against our will in a bathroom in a fucking racetrack.
That's why it's called the Willy dance, because it's against your willy.
Holy shit!
I want to hear a little bit more about this, if you don't mind.
So it's what it sounds like.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Is it a way to dry
There
off?
are other words for it, but that's pretty much
Right.
the best one.
And-
it is a way to dry off because that's you chafe down there if you don't get dry. So you want to get it.
Fucking Brendan in the chat. 8 3/4 is the cutoff according to the Polanski scale.
It's a good scale.
That would make you. I'm sorry. You know what? Just to explain my behavior during this segment, I'm laughing because I've known about this for a while now. So I think I'm just finding this out.
Hey, Brendan, can you look at the Podesta pie chart and see if it matches up?
Yeah. Hey, Liev Shreiber, why don't you have Tony Podesta fucking commission a marble statue of your kid's cock?
Fucking Christ. So anyway, I was at this party with Obama. We had a bunch of hot dogs.
I can't remember how much he spent. It was like
It was a lot.
I can't remember the number. It was something though. It was in the tens of thousands.
It was too much for hot dogs?
It was a lot of hot dogs. And then anyway, so my kid's sucking off a scooter for me on FaceTime. Going to town on it like it's a Persian cock.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Like an Instagram model sucking off a Middle Eastern dick on a boat.
Is that enough of this pervert now?
Yeah, I've had just I guess the summary out there, folks, is I don't know, tweet to Liev Shreiber. Tell him how much you appreciate his parenting style.
Yeah, tell him that, you know, when you do the Willie dance, you go to jail.
Yeah, but when fucking Hollywood leftists do it, fucking your kid doesn't say anything. He grows up to be a tranny. Rose McGowan somehow gets 100 G's. But nobody ever goes to jail.
Somehow someone gets a Ferrari.
Yes. This is the most fucked up pyramid scheme I've ever heard of. Look, if you blow enough 8-year-olds, you eventually get a car.
I don't like this.
Oh, man, I only blew the second most amount of children. I got a set of steak knives.
So, we going to make that Suicide Squad 2 movie or what?
Suicide Squad 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Suicide Squad 2, do it, faggot.
Suicide Squad 2. This time the gang teams up to save a community center. And then once they succeed, fuck all the kids in it.